Good morning, happy Monday. Happy Monday, welcome to my channel. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend with your parents on Mother's Day. I hope you all had a great Sunday on Mother's Day with your mum and your family and your friends. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Your support is obviously very appreciated, and I'm always grateful for the kind comments that I've had on my videos, and especially my previous video as well, because I've had some really nice comments on the last video on the trip up north and the little truck stop that I stayed at. The little video for you there, just to give you an insight to what some of the truck stops can be like. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. My details are below for them social platforms if you want to connect there. Any questions you've got, please feel free to ask me. I will help you as much as I possibly can. I'll always get back to you, so bear with me. I will get back to you on that one as well, because I'm on the road obviously a lot of the time as well. We're just at our first job. We was told to be here for 6 AM, so I was here at like 10 to 6 in the morning. We're in Basildon this morning in lovely Essex and waiting to collect. So I've gone in to speak to the office for the collection. They're not in till 7 o'clock this morning, so I'm here till 7. We've still got about 25 minutes or so until we get in there, until the loaders turn up for work for this week. So yeah, nice and early. Gives me a chance to obviously speak to yourselves and get started for the week. So on the last video, that's the plan. So that's the plan for today before I go on to load this. We're just outside the yard at the moment, waiting to go in, reversing. We'll get this load loaded up, and then we're off to Lincolnshire. We're off to Lincolnshire today, so it's a good few hour drive up there. Not sure what the weather conditions are going to be like. It's looking pretty dry today, but you never know here in the UK with weather conditions. 1 minute it's sunny, next minute it's raining, so you just don't know. I'm just going to have my Starbucks, my iced coffee on a Monday morning, as I do, and then get in. On the previous video I had some questions on let's have a look. On the last video I had a few comments, a few suggestions, a few recommendations. So some wanted where are we, sorry guys, bear with me a second. Ratchet straps. Can I do some footage on ratchet straps? I'm not sure if you wanted footage on actually ratchet strapping the load on the trailer or how to do the curtains up. I'm not sure. I'm still learning myself, to be honest with you, but I'm getting there. You learn by doing. I'll show you in fact, because some people ask about the trailer, and sorry, I'm just checking to make sure. Yeah, some people ask about the trailer and how you strap the curtain siler on the trailer. So I'll just very quickly show you in fact how simple it is. It isn't that difficult. You have to, when you stop off for a break or something, I always tend to, so with these Volvos sometimes they tend to lock. So these are the straps. These are the straps here on this trailer. I mean, we do drop and swap where we drop trailers and pick up other trailers that we have, depending on where the load's going, the drivers, but these are really straightforward. To open these, push it down and release, and they're actually all ready, and they just obviously loosen the bottom as so. When you strap up, hook it underneath. It's difficult to show you here, but I will show you best I can. Strap up, that's already loose. You hook it underneath the trailer, pull this down, and then just there you go, kick it tight. Now, so that's pretty tight, so you've got to be careful how tight you do it, because you don't want to tear the curtain. But 9 times out of 10, you can just, once it's loose, you can just pull it down, strap it as so, and that's enough. But I tend to tighten it a bit more, purely because of when you're driving, you see it flapping around like this all the time. So as long as these two clips are in place, I always give it a little, once I've strapped the whole trailer, I always give it a little tap as you go as well. So that's what I do. So that's pretty much what I do there. So really straightforward, strapping these up, really straightforward, yeah. So that's pretty straightforward with that. Nothing complicated at all. So yeah, that's fairly straightforward with that. And that's what that's pretty much with these specific curtain siders. Some curtain siders you have to feed the strap through. I think so, from what I've seen. I know. I mean, I'm only speaking on behalf of the trailers that I've worked with at the moment. So, but as time goes on, I'm sure I'll work with different trailers as well, and I'll show you how that works. But they're really simple to strap up. Actually, they can get really. I mean, there's some trailers where I've gone to a yard before where the previous driver has strapped it so hard, it's been raining, I literally can't loosen it. In fact, one of our other drivers, he had the same experience as well, where he got to a job, he had to ask someone on the yard, a forklift driver, to get a screwdriver to loosen the actual strap, because he couldn't, it was that tight, he couldn't get it undone. So you're going to come across these little challenges and stuff. You just got to make sure you wear your gloves, obviously, when you do it, because you can seriously get catch your fingers and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I've had some questions, I know some comments on the previous video regarding that, and there will be more comments will come through, and I'll do my best to sort of do that for you. Okay, so we have arrived in Lincolnshire. That's where we are. We're in Lincolnshire. So we have got about 24 pallets on board, or 26, I can't remember what I've got now. 24, I think. Just going through the paperwork now. So we're just next in the queue. It's a fairly small site, but we're just next in the queue. Once this guy has unloaded, he's only got about 10 pallets on, then I'm next in to get tipped. And then after that, we're heading to, I don't know yet. We've got to put the route in actually. Where are we going to next? Let's just put the postcode in, see if it takes us straight there, because I have got it preset. I've got my dimensions in to the sat nav already. So vehicle dimensions like height, width, length of the vehicle. So that's all preset on my sat nav. I'll just double check, make sure this postcode is correct, because sometimes the postcodes can be slightly off. Which is why, yeah. So Leicestershire. Not too far, so about 51 mile away from Lincolnshire. So Leicester Lincoln is a sort of similar sort of area, so not too far away. So we're not a million miles away from there actually. Drive. Sometimes I would use my longitude and altitude on the sat nav, but on some addresses it takes you directly there, and a lot of these buildings are quite big buildings, you can't miss them. Well, famous last words, but I'm 72 miles away, 1 hour and 58 minutes drive to get there. That can go there. If we have a look on Google Maps, I'm not sure if he's done yet, but just checking the postcode to make sure I've got it. So it's yeah, I've got the right place. So the address seems to be correct. I've got the address, which is great. Got a reference number for this job, which is great. Just going through the paperwork, all the paperwork for this delivery, which is brilliant. I'll try and show you what I've got on board. It's just actually, I think it's just packaging. Okay, so this is what we got on board. So we've got pallets on board here, and just take it around the other side. And we have pallets here as well. So we got all the double stacked. So they had troubles. That's what it should have looked like, but they couldn't double stack it all to the top because of the bar at the top of the trailer. They had to go shorter on the boxes to take a smaller load. They couldn't get it double stacked to the top, unfortunately, because some were bigger than the others. So they've kept it short at the bottom and put the bigger ones at the top just to get the load on. So happy days. Happy days. We managed to get there in the end. That's what they've got to take off. Just waiting to be tipped, and then we can crack on with our next job. Speak to you in a sec. Let's wait for him to be tipped.
Okay, so we are now at our last collection of the day. We're not going to make our delivery today, unfortunately, because we had an ETA for 4 p.m. We're nowhere going to make that because we are in Leicestershire. So there's no way we're going to make our delivery by the time we get down there. So the plan is to park up at a service station in good time, call it a night, and then leave at a decent time in the morning and get down to London a good time for about 7:30, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. So get this load off. We've got 24 pallets going on. I think it's 24 pallets if I remember rightly. So yeah, 24 pallets, and that's it. So with this place here, we've got to go onto a bay, open the back doors, or go forward, line yourself up, go forward, open the back doors, then reverse the trailer up to the bay. We then need to uncouple the trailer and move the unit forward. So we have to come up completely disconnect the trailer from the cab for them to load us at this place. Never heard that before, but that's their policy, I guess. So it is what it is. Once we're loaded, I'll get the green light, and then we can then couple up to the trailer once again, check our load, straps, etc. And yeah, paperwork, hand it into the office. I think the paperwork they leave at the back of the pallet in the trailer before I close the doors, and then we can go to the office and on we go. So the plan is to get to either a truck stop tonight or a decent service station tonight. So let's see how we get on as we head. We're literally just off M1 South, so we're not far away. So it shouldn't take us too long to get to a service station in decent time, hopefully, and then obviously call it a night, and then get up nice and early tomorrow, ready to rock and roll for a Tuesday. So I will get back to you very shortly on an ETA. ETA, I would say, is between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. To the service station to park up for the night. But I will get back to you this evening and give you an update on how we're getting on. So I'll speak to you shortly. How we doing? How we doing? Oh, so not sure how much you can see of me. Oh, there you go, a bit lighter, but we're just that's just done for the day. I actually should have recorded a bit sooner, but it's now 7:30 at night, 7:30 p.m. We actually finished at 5:30, I think. No, 5 o'clock. No, yeah, 5 o'clock. Took my card out at 5 o'clock today, so I did a 12-hour day today. It's been a 12 today. I was hoping to gain some ground down the M1, get further down the M1, and make some ground for tomorrow's tip, tomorrow morning's delivery. But the M1 started getting a bit gridlocked, and I came across it was where was I staying? Leicester South Services, or Leicester Services southbound is where I am tonight. So yeah, decided to call it a night early today because I knew I'd sit in that M1 traffic. It would be stuck there for God knows how long, and then never get to the truck stop I wanted to get to, or get in there. There's no spaces. That happens as well. So sometimes you're best off just parking up early and getting parked up for the night, and then start early in the morning. So I did a 12-hour day today. So we'll head straight to our job in the morning and get that tipped, and then yeah, who knows what we're doing after that. But anyway, I'm gonna get some sleep soon, relax, just watching a bit of telly, and catch up on maybe some Netflix or something. I don't know, we'll see. I've had my dinner, just making myself a cup of tea, and then it's bedtime for me around about 9 o'clock tonight, and then up around about 5. So I should get a good 8 hours kip tonight, which I'll be very happy to do. So have a nice evening, and I'll speak to you in the morning. Oh, morning. Oh, not even sure if you can see me. What time is it?
great regret, the committee has decided that South Africa be excluded
Let's turn my
from
light
the
on.
1970 competition.
It is 5:10. What the hell is this on TV? I've got the telly on. I've got the telly on. So if you're wondering what that is, it's the BBC. Oh, right. I know you can't see much, but I'm gonna get up, sort my life out. I'll speak to you sec. Okay. Just putting my seatbelt on. Hope you can all hear me okay. Oh, right, so I've got my coffee, I've done my vehicle checks, everything's looking fine to me. No issues from what I can see, so we're going to hit the road. We're going to hit the road. Oh, just adjusting my steering wheel, make it as comfortable as I can. Excuse me. Right, so we'll do some road footage until obviously the battery goes on this, because I don't really know how long it's going to last, but who knows. I'm just double checking my sat nav is all ready to go. Just make sure my sat nav's in. Yes it is, yes it is. So that's pretty much the way we go when we go down towards Morden, and that's where we're going today, is Morden we're going to. It's quite bumpy coming out of here, the potholes are everywhere at this service station. I'm not a big fan of this service station, I have to say. If I can avoid staying here next time round I will, because when you reverse into a bay, the potholes are terrible. Your trailer and your cab is bouncing everywhere. Excuse me. There you go, prime example. Oh god. And your coffee goes everywhere as well. That doesn't help, does it? So yesterday, I had a similar experience. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday on the site. I was coming off the site and went down a couple of potholes. It was a nightmare to get off. I just made myself a cup of coffee. Just made myself a cup of coffee and it went absolutely everywhere. And I had to pull over the next hard shoulder, sorry, lay-by, and clean it up. It went absolutely everywhere. I was not a happy bunny at all. So, there we go. Anyway, we've got plenty of AdBlue. Well, that'll cover us for the rest of the week. We have over half a tank of diesel. We are doing okay. Get on the M1 now. Get on the M1 and M1 South London. Yeah, M1 South London is what we're looking for. So that's going to be the plan. Let's get across. That's the plan. So it's 6 o'clock. I mean, I wanted to leave at 5:30 this morning, to be honest with you, but never goes to plan, does it, when you want to leave at a certain time? Not all the time anyway, but so we've got about 32 miles on the M1 to cover. Not too bad. In total, it is about a 3-hour drive down this way, so we are further north than I really wanted to be yesterday, and it's not ideal, but I wanted to make some ground last night and maybe just get parked up for 6/6:30 and do a 13.5-hour day yesterday. But I looked at the M1 I looked at the M1 as I was approaching the services, and straight away I could tell it was at a standstill. So I was really hesitant whether to sit in the traffic
and just go push further south, so I've not got to make much of a journey in the morning as much, maybe cut half my journey time, or just park up for the night and leave in the morning. So I decided to park up. You know, there's been so many occasions in the past where I've sat in traffic thinking it will go, it will clear. I've been sat there for an hour and a half. I've nearly gone over my taco hours, and it's just not worth it. So when you've got an opportunity to park up, if you can park up, park up. I did a 12-hour day yesterday anyway, but it's just not worth it because you risk, you know, breaking the law basically with your taco, and it's just not worth it. There has been one occasion with my previous company, in fact, yeah, one occasion where I did that. I thought, you know what, I'll push on to my next job. I'll push on, not to my next job, sorry, the next service station, should I say. It was about 6 o'clock in the evening, and I thought, do I stop here, do I push on just to get... And unfortunately, I felt like I had to push on. That's how I felt. So I pushed on, and I pushed on. We hit static traffic. In fact, it was a closure of 2 lanes on a motorway. It was the M25 heading back towards Tilbury / Dartford way, and I went over my taco hours by about 10-15 minutes. I had to do a printout, and I was so annoyed with myself because I should have parked up. I was so annoyed with myself because I felt like I had to push on, and you know, others made me feel like I had to push on. And yeah, I went over my taco out. I was so cross with myself more than anything else because I allowed it to happen. And I am in control of my licence, no one else. No company, no one. I'm in charge of the wagon. I'm in control of the steering wheel. I'm in control of my tachograph. I should be making decisions a lot sooner. So you live and learn, and as a new driver you will live and learn. You'll learn this sort of stuff. You'll learn when to park up and when to start planning your parking. It does depend on the line of work you've got, I guess, but I'm learning. I'm still learning these sort of games, and that's what it all comes down to. And like I said, you do live and you do learn. So we're getting there, but I think as the days go on, I'm starting to learn more and more about how to plan your routes, how to start planning your parking. You know, when do you think you should, you know, you start thinking, when can I be parking up tonight? You have to stay ahead of the game, because if you don't, what will happen is the last minute you'll do your last collection or your last delivery, your last tip, whatever, at a certain part of the day, 5 o'clock at night maybe, 4 o'clock, and then you'll lose track of time, and the next thing you know, you've not really thought about your parking, and you're parking anywhere, randomly, anywhere, and you could park on a lay-by, have your diesel nicked, you know. You've got to plan ahead, and that's what I'm starting to learn. I've got to plan ahead a lot more. So come the sort of early afternoon, mid-afternoon, I'll sort of get an idea of where I'm going to be. Late afternoon, that's when I've got to start thinking, right, where can I park tonight? And I think what I was told and what I was advised is, from experienced drivers, is to start planning where you're going to park on your last collection or your last delivery when you're static. Start planning on where you're going to park. And that's true. That is true. That's where I've got to start planning. So happy days. But yeah, you can see here I'm just sat on the inside lane. I'm doing 52, 53 mph. Not going crazy. I mean, some people will ask, what sort of speed do you drive at? I mean, I drive between 52 and 54. So 52 stroke 53 if I'm overtaking 54 to 56. The reason why I do 52 to 53 is fuel consumption and is just being sensible on the fuel. The more you put your foot down, the more diesel you're going to use. I mean, you're going to fill up a lot more. And some people would say, well, do 52 to 56 between, sorry, 52, doing 54, 55, 56 miles per hour doesn't make much of a difference. On your journey, it probably takes about 10 minutes off your journey. I mean, depending on how far you're going, let's say 20 minutes tops off your journey. It's not taking a great deal off your journey on the grand scheme of things. So, you know, you're not going to save yourself tons of time by doing 52 or doing 56. I mean, if you're doing a long distance journey, you're talking maybe half an hour at the very tops of your journey. I don't know, am I wrong? Ooh, just showing you, well, firstly, good morning. Good morning. Just showing you, this is my first job this morning, and just taking all the straps off pretty much, and just thought I'd show you what's going down with me. Just need to put the straps or the corners into the, just show you where I keep them. So this is where I keep the corners, keep them in here, nice and tidy at the back. Where I should go, oh, hang on a second, I'm making a right mess now, aren't I? There we go. So I've got, so I keep my spare boots in there, diesel gloves when I'm filling up. I've got my poles for the corners. That's inside the car actually. Spare helmet, spare water. I've got my corners at the back there. So that's pretty much where I keep all that. Okay, so what we do, we'll get this unloaded. We'll get this unloaded this morning, and then we'll find out what our next job is. Speak to you shortly.
I'm not sure if you actually managed to hear that there. So we are, I'm not sure if you didn't actually hear that part there. I was up at 6 o'clock this morning. I've just noticed the mic's not plugged in. We was up at 5:15 this morning, should I say. Was meant to be here at 7:30, but the traffic was pretty bad coming this way, 2.5 hour drive. We're next in line to get to reverse in. So what we got to do, I'll just show you what we have to do. We're here just parked. Where we're going is just down there. So we have to come up here, and it's not a blind side, but reverse back down this road here and reverse down just here where you see that. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a class 2 there being tipped at the moment. So that's the plan, to reverse down there, open the curtains, and they're going to unload me. We have, I've no idea what we have on the back. It looks like salt, I don't know what it is actually. I've never seen it. It's just white stuff that looks like salt. So I don't know exactly what it is. We've got, I think we've got 17 pallets on. So I've managed to, yeah, so we've got 17 pallets on. Pretty heavy load actually. So we just need to take the straps off, open the curtains, take the straps off, and then they'll unload me from one side and then they'll unload me from another side. And that's where we are this morning. Dunstable, it's near Luton, so yeah, that sort of way. But one thing I've noticed, just whilst we're here, one thing I've noticed about the sat-nav, or TomTom, is some addresses it doesn't find.
Okay.
Some addresses it can't find. So you have to use longitude and altitude to find it. I do use Google Maps as well, but even sometimes that starts taking you down roads you don't want to go down because it's based around cars. So it'll take you down a 7.5 ton restricted road, and you don't want that. So just don't get too used to Google Maps. It will seriously throw you out if you're a new driver. Longitude, altitude tends to be the best way around it, or ask the office, your planner, to send you a pin of the address, and then you can use that. But although that's not always the best either, but it's better than nothing. You can sort of gauge it. So yeah, that's where we are at the moment, waiting to be tipped. I've no idea what I'm doing next, no idea, but yes, that's where we are. I brought a couple of little goodies. What did I buy? One. Oh, that's what I bought actually. What I thought, a couple of goodies, no, one. So yeah, so I've just brought some little bits for the lorry. I've just brought myself one of these. I'm not sure if you see. I see a lot of drivers using them. The little Grace Mate Poppy, the liquid air freshener. Just brought that. I've just got it secure on here. It needs to be on a flat base or a level base. It sticks down nicely. It's pretty secure actually. So I brought that. It looks brilliant at night time. Maybe I'll try and show you what it looks like at night time. It looks really good, really nice. It lights up the cab. What I've also brought is, I'll show you on the video now. It should be up here or up here. I'm not sure what side I'll put it up when I edit the video. But I've actually gone and brought myself an LED backlight for the cab. I brought a nice Volvo one, and I'm not sure what to put on it yet. I've brought it off eBay, off a guy who does LED lights for lorries, and I'm not sure what I'm going to have on it yet. I'm going to sort of personalise it if I can. So that's going to go at the back of the cab where the bed is. So that'll give me nice backdrop in the lorry, and it'll light up the lorry as well, because the lights in this Volvo, they're not the greatest, and they're very bright as well. I know you can sort of take a lot of the light bulbs out and replace them, but I want to see what the backdrop looks like first, just so it makes it nice and cozy when you're out tramping. But I quite like that. I'm a bit geeky when it comes to all this sort of stuff. But yeah, I've seen some really cool lorries out there actually, who like Scanias, Volvos. I've seen some really cool Volvos who've got they've got all the dash cloth and the mats, and I mean, I'm not going to go that far with it at the moment. I'm going to leave it the way it is. But yeah, so that's what I've done. Brought that.
hopefully I'll have that sent to me within a week or two, and hopefully it'll come out nicely and see what it looks like. Apart from that, that's all I've done to the lorry at the moment. Good evening, good evening. It's Thursday evening. Oh. I'm tired. I am tired. What a week. It's been a week. It's been a week. Let me turn this TV. TikTok. You heard about TikTok? Any TikTokers out there? Look. Not sure if you can hear this. Let me turn it up. Oh. TikTok is being banned across a number of parliamentary, whatever you call it.
It's not available in mainland China. We're headquartered in Los Angeles.
So TikTok are in trouble again. That's nice. That's a nice Scania.
We have heard important concerns about the potential.
TikTok. So TikTok, breaking news, TikTok is being banned across a number of countries, or parliamentary countries, or whatever you call it. Parliamentary governments, or whatever they call it, I don't know. So yeah, that's the breaking news on telly. Yeah. Mute. Shut up. Oh. Yeah, so it's been a long week. It's Thursday. What time is it? I clocked off at 4:30 today. Oh, I feel tired. I didn't do much recording this morning, so sorry about that. It's been a pretty short video this week, I'll be honest with you. I've not had, well, it's been a busy week, don't get me wrong. This morning we did, well, I did show you our delivery. I've got some pictures on screen now of what we was loading, etc. And there's a picture of what happened at my delivery. So I was delivering. Sorry about that. It turned off. Yeah, I was delivering at up in where was I? Dunstable. I was delivering up in Dunstable, I think it was called, near Luton Way, up the M1, and you can see on your screen now of, well, I can show you a short video. I did a short video on it, on what happened. One of the pallets collapsed whilst the delivery, the forklift driver was unloading. The pallet collapsed, as you can see here. Okay, just to show you, the forklift guy's taken the pallet off. As he's taken it off, it's collapsed. The pallet is actually broke. It's collapsed. So I'm just taking this just in case the office ask. Yeah, so it collapsed and it went everywhere. It was very, very messy. It took a bit of time to manually pick it all up. A bit of manual labour. Pick it all up, put it on a new pallet, and the forklift guy put it away. So we had a bit of a drama with that as he was unloading, but the pallet just completely collapsed as he was taking it off. So when I was loaded, clearly the pallet wasn't very good. So yeah, apart from that, we headed down to the docks at Felixstowe. I had a double collection. So I had a collection at Felixstowe. Never been to the port of Felixstowe before. First time for everything. But I managed to find where I was going. Although I went into the port because I went into the port and yeah, I had the wrong turn. It was the next turning. Happy Friday! Happy Friday! I did say I'd get back to you today, very briefly. There's not much to show you today, really. So we did our delivery this morning at Travis Perkins. No problem there. I had a reload there, but for some reason that wasn't on the system, or it was cancelled or something along the lines. I don't know the ins and outs of it. So we didn't collect there. So we're now next to Europa We're at a place near Europa, back of Europa in fact, getting loaded, and once we're loaded we're heading down to London to tip, and that should be us done for the weekend. So this is where I am at the moment. Nothing special to show you here, of course, so nothing special, just giving the lorry a quick clean, quick spruce. Got the kettle on, Hoover's charging over there, bed's all tidy, all clean round here. I've given it a good clean. I've had a good clean up whilst I'm sitting here waiting to be loaded. So, and I don't think we're being loaded yet anyway. So this guy is before me, I think. Yeah, not sure. Not sure. Usually you can tell when you're being loaded. You hear the rattling on the back. So yeah, just listen to a bit of smooth, chill radio for a Friday. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video this week. It's just been snippets of what's been going on with me, the line of work, what I'm collecting. Nothing exciting, but I'm going to do more videos into the next few weeks or so. Maybe show you a bit more, something along, a bit more educational, maybe around ratchet straps, strapping up. If I get time at sites, some site, depends what sites I go to, I guess. And if I don't get a chance and I park up a decent time, I'll show you how I do it, how I strap up a load and how I use the ratchet straps. Maybe that'll help. Apart from that, we'll have some other great videos coming along. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Your support is also always much appreciated, and I'm very grateful for all the kind comments that I'm getting as well. Feel free to give me some more ideas on what you'd like to see, and I hope if any new drivers out there, if you're new to my channel, I hope you're enjoying the channel, and also I hope your training is going very well as well to become a HGV driver. If I don't see you on the road, I might see you soon, or I might see you one day. So good luck with your driving, good luck with your passing. I should see you on the road at some point. Anyway, have a great weekend, and I'll see you very soon.